You remember James Wilson?
Jackson? Hamed Wilson. Yeah.
I remember I went to Stamford Bridge with Diallo. Shout out to D. We watched the 1-1 draw. I think it was Diego Costa that scored for Chelsea and Lingard scored for us.
Right.
Wilfried Jackson, to me, was better than Luke Shaw. But for whatever reason, we get to this point where the young players, the best thing since sliced bread for his level, he comes into the first team, then he's thrown into the deep end. And we're telling him to develop. You develop your own game. Kobe Mainoo will not succeed at Manchester United Football Club if people like Amorim, if leadership and structural infrastructures like Ineos continue to have the... Because listen, none of us here are fans of Alejandro Garnacho. If Garnacho felt like this is the best place for me to develop, he might have not been as forward with his rebellion in leaving United as he was. He hates what he saw there. He hates what he saw there, and that's rightly or wrongly. I'm not here to discuss whether who is right, who is wrong. But ultimately, I disagree with people that say the institution is the problem, because Sancho proved that that's not the case, and other players have as well. But what I will say is that the institution is the problem in development. That's what I will say. Anthony is terrible. There was no amount of development that was going to make Anthony good at Man United.
Yeah.
But the development of players, I agree. That I agree. Scott McTominay was never going to improve at Man United because he's crap. But if you develop players like that, because I look at people like Nwaneri, and people are saying that like the way Arteta is treating his young players is harsh. Now, depending on your perspective, you might think, it's like when Sarri was telling Hudson-Odoi, like, you might need to chill. Like my man's 18. Like chill on the young, exuberant youth player who you want to play because you're excited for something different from the old heads. Like chill. Yeah. Because for me, I think development, especially if you talk about United priding themselves on youth, like our logo in our kits is youth, courage, success. Like it's in the threads of the way we run the clubs. The problem we're having is that on top of the manager not being good enough, because I've actually arrived in January, I said he's done enough to be sacked. I've arrived at the point where I'm saying he's actually crap. Ruben Amorim is not a good coach, because if you are fundamentally not putting yourself in a position where your best players can play in the best positions to thrive, I'm so sorry, you're not good. You're not good. Leadership is service. Leadership is you being able to put your best players in a position to thrive. If you're not doing that, if Bruno Fernandes, who I despise, is being left to hang to dry in defensive midfield, I'm so sorry. This guy's not good enough. But anyway, like Robin saw my tweet today. Everything from the summer of 2025 to now is on Ineos. Because the summer was there. Yeah. You can sack him. We've had an international break. It was right there. Sack the guy. Glad you could have. I was telling Adrian in the group chat yesterday, you could have manipulated the Glasner situation at Palace and said, bro, you play free at the back. Your way seems to be effective. So do you mind coming over here? Because to me, it's not 3 at the back. I think we have players for 3 at the back. I just don't think we have players for 3 at the back in this system. Do you know what I mean? Because
what is the system?
So the system is high athleticism. The system is absolute perfection in playing the ball out from the back. Which means
to be perfect.
Your Lissandro, your Euro, and your Delict have to be Beckenbauer and Rummenigge in every game. They have to be Virgil van Dijk in every single game. The system thrives, or it should thrive, on absolute first touch perfection. Like all of our players have to be ballers in order for this to work. And I think that this works if United recruit well, and United recruit well in the Bundesliga, for example. I think the system can bang in the Bundesliga. I think this is the same system that put Leverkusen at the top. But for example, if we had signed Jeremy Frimpong, I think he would have been touched. In any game we would have played, he would have been touched. The reason why we don't get battered as much as we could have is because we signed giants. There's a lot of height in our team, especially in our back five. But what's happening is that I think that Amorim expects the numerical advantage of having 5 players at the back to mean we don't concede. Bruv, we're open all night.
I mean, what are you doing on the halfway line with Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw?
No, but isn't it crazy though? Isn't it crazy that you have 5 at the back and Haaland could have had 4 goals?
And and you're exposed.
How?
Yeah,
that is where, for me, I think where you guys were alluding to earlier, that he's signing his own death warrant, saying "sack me now." Because to go to the Etihad and go with the way he went and approached the game, to leave yourselves as open as you guys were. Now, maybe because you're chasing the game because you're already a goal down or whatever. Fair enough. And the Etihad, it has that moment where for 15 minutes they score 2 goals, and you ask yourself, "What the hell happened here?"
Yeah.
I've lived it.
It's like Pete. What we used to say about Barca 09, 010.
Yeah,
Barca will give you 10 minutes.
If you do not count, if you
don't score in these 10 minutes, for 80 minutes, you're not touching the ball.
You're not touching it.
You're not touching it.
And and you think like, because I'm looking at City's back four. I think, how have they got this back four after all these years? Then I look at Man United. I'm like, this is the side that spent 200 million this summer. You're thinking, how is this club like this? And it was just 2. That's why I said in the first half, I put in the group chat, I don't know what to make of this game so far. Like, so in it and whatnot. But then at the second half, I don't know what you lot got shot to pieces, and your manager literally, I mean, he's bringing on Maguire. He's starting Luke Shaw, and it's the fact that you guys are just like, Haaland is not allowed to be onside in his own half on the halfway line. He's just not.
The whole team he didn't score.
No, it's the one he scored.
That's the one he didn't. Oh, the third goal. The third. So the one where in the group chat, I all caps. I said Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire. What are you doing? Because how are they?
But that's by design.
No. But I said no. But look at the goal.
It's by design.
We're before the halfway. No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
From a corner, right?
So
the ball's going to
why is he not playing the same back five? Say, for example, he goes with the back five, he believes in this. He doesn't believe in it because he changes it all the time.
He changes all the time.
You haven't played the same back five once this season, and then he says, "I'm not going to change." He's telling people, like as you say about Ineos, your manager is telling the world, "I am not changing."
He said it in the Europa League final.
Yeah,
he's saying it today.
He said it
yesterday.
He said it
next week.
And then he sort of said, like, I will change if I want to change, but I will not change at this moment in time. Like, at the end of the day, and when one of you guys mentioned, I think it was Robin, said that he genuinely believes this is what's going to work. I don't think he does anymore.
He doesn't anymore.
I looked at a manager, especially like since the Grimsby one. What's the game when he sat back at Old Trafford? It might have been Burnley.
It was Burnley.
It was one of those ones where I think he was.
That's pathetic, by the way. Can we go to that?
One second. Literally, like where. After a season, at the end of the season, it's like, okay, cool, everyone breathe. The season's put out of our misery. He gave the speech at Old Trafford. It got people riled up, and it said, yeah, okay, fine, we'll go again in the summer. We'll go again next season. But it's literally copy and paste.
Manchester United fans are the dumbest fan base.
the dumbest fan base.
Wow.
Do you know what, Ernest? I will go even. I'll break it down. Old Trafford, Man United going fans,
Mancunian fans, facts. Yeah,
because I get supporting the manager, I get singing your heart out, and I get where Peter's coming from. Like, I get it, that admiring, but there's admiration and stupidity. You're watching crap and you're supporting it.
The truth is, Robin, we have the same problem. You're too big of a club, even Liverpool fans. You're too big of a club where even if the Man United match-going fans were to turn, they're going to fill that stadium again. Because when you give your ticket away, another bloke going in there.
Someone else is waiting,
cheering for him.
And this is what I was saying. It's weird, but is that he's managing from a position of strength because he knows
he is.
These lot are not going to do anything about it until it gets so bad.
That's exactly it. That's exactly.
He's living a tough life, though.
And this is why it needs to go back to Ineos. And what we're saying is that you need to think above the fans because the fans are stupid. Fans are stupid.
Can I keep it a stacked bundle with you, man? With you United guys. He's not getting sacked this season.
I don't think he's getting sacked.
He's not getting sacked.
I don't think he is.
So if Ernest already thinks that, maybe Robin might be on the fence on it. But let me tell you something right now. We're going to see Ruben Amorim manage the final game of the season at Old Trafford in May.
What makes you say that?
These men are scared to
What
make a
was just
decision, bro.
No, but it's gonna get out of their hands at this rate.
A couple of things. Their board is weak. Number one,
Yes.
they've got a weak board. It's a weak board because especially with like I think David at the beginning of this conversation mentioned about everything that's going in and around Man United, what's been going on. Ernest broke down what the priorities were, where it goes about cost, it's about hope, and it's about structure, maybe if there is any, right? Man United we've seen this for 30 years of football, watching football. Man United are good at giving us presentation.
Yeah.
They dress things up, like with this Berardo guy from Man City.
Oh my God,
right?
Carrington, look at the new
100%.
design.
100%. Look at all the, remember, don't forget, you think I forgot about Murta. Remember Murta, that guy who they thought was the king of sliced bread. Then they
madness.
Then they brought on, they thought, okay, fine, let's look, City have got a great structure, they've got a great model, let's get their CEO. They've then brought his CEO in. He's done nothing at that club. He's done absolutely nothing at that club. Nobody at that, and the reason why Dan Ashworth, long story short, why Dan Ashworth was booted out of there, because he had no power in there. Because the only people that have power at Man United is Sir Jim Ratcliffe. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe he doesn't know what he's doing. And I told you, when the minute he walked through the doors of the theatre of dreams, I watched it. Listen, David is living it as a Mercedes fan. He is watching what Ineos did to a multi-machine championship winning team, winning 8 years in a row in Formula One. And they've gone to Man United, copy and paste. Mercedes right now in Formula One are shambles. Guess what? Man United are a frigging shambles and all. So at the end of the day, they've got no bottle, they've got no nothing about them. It's until, like you say, the fans may turn around and stop coming to games. They may, still pay for their season ticket, maybe turn up 10 minutes late in protest. They may do all sorts of things.
Like Pete, did you hear the proposal of playing games abroad? Because we're not playing till January.
No, we're not playing midweek. Yeah.
I heard about you guys having vacations every week. Yeah.
Like for me, I'm like,
midweek,
guys, we are not playing another competition
until January.
First of all, we're not winning the league.
Number one, the competition we're in, is literally
you've gone to the dance to say that you went. All white party. Hey, man was there,
A couple snaps.
Man was there. Couple snaps here, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, what, one bottle of Henny. You get me? Home time.
Oscar, David, Adrian, we're gonna enjoy the season and drink it in. He's here to stay.
But Pete, I'm gonna be honest with you. The way the Manchester United are going, I don't see them picking up 3 wins in a row.
Oscar, he will finish 15th as Manchester United manager at the end of the season. He will still be there.
No,
he will still be there again.
Do you know what? I disagree. I disagree.
That will finish 15th?
Which part?
No. He will stay until the end of the season. I think he will get fired.
I don't think he goes anywhere.
I think he will get fired. My issue is
by who? By who? Who's going to fire him?
I do think Sergio will fire him because looking at what he's done so far and looking at how the
I guarantee you gets a new deal this year. I guarantee you gets a new deal this year. Mark my words. You guys,
come on. You might be even like his Sir Matt Busby Mark II.
You heard it here first. He'll get a new deal. Ten Hag got a new deal.
Adrian, the thing is, when he said in the Gary Neville interview that he sees a lot of himself in Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, forget about it.
And he I want him to be the manager who opens the new stadium. That's when I said, God of heaven.
That's what I'm saying.
2030? He's going to have a new deal.
No, guys, listen, Adrian, listen, yeah? Look at all the players they've got rid of. If they sack this man now, Ineos know, red card, bro.
No, that's the point. I was saying it partly in jest, but
David, well. Disagree. Either side is a red card. Either side is a red card.
No,
right now, you've put too much into him already.
Right now,
Yeah, I hear that,
everyone-
but-
I don't think that the squad is in such a state of disrepair that if we get rid of him now, we're finished. Because
You can't salvage.
I still think
You can
this
salvage the season.
I still think this squad is a top 10 squad. I still think we can
Are you
finish
guys
top
saying
10.
you get? Listen, Ernest. You know what you have to do. Your icon, your tag says it now. Antonio Conte is still available. He's still there. Do the right thing.
Yeah,
and
man.
You think Napoli will let him go now?
It's not about you, Robin. Do you not know who Manchester United are in
Yeah,
comparison?
I know.
But I don't think you should ask Robin that. I think you should ask yourself that.